Dearest women agents of the universe, let's begin with a few basic concepts that we shall trip across during this journey. Please note, I'm giving you the simplest version here as there's more in-depth knowledge to all that I say here. The first is yin and yang, which in medical terms we see as the equivalent of our parasympathetic, calming, and sympathetic fight-or-flight system. One cannot exist without the other as each needs to spark the other to be activated. When we speak of yin, we are mostly referring to our introspective side. Words most associated with yin are slow, cold, calm, fluid. Our whole, full organs, our connective tissue, calmness, and estrogen. Conversely, yang is associated with our muscles, moving, active, heat, dryness, and progesterone. Then there's qi. We've all heard of it, but few of us understand it. In yoga, we know of it as prana, or life force. In Western medicine, the equivalent is ATP, adenosine triphosphate, which is the main energy source of the body and is used in nearly every bodily function. ATP, like China and prana, is the primary carrier of energy. In Chinese medicine, our qi is stored in our kidney, which is the first organ created in us. It is finite, so when we run out of it, we are kaput. Just as in yoga, we say there are only so many breaths that we are born with, and once we use them all up, it's game over. Hence why we should all be breathing slower and calmer all the time. In fact, the optimal level is 8 normal, uninfluenced breaths per minute. Then there's Jing. Jing is the Chinese expression for the essential fluid of our physical body. It is the most important refined essence of qi, the material basis for the body, the fluid essence that contains the life force. Along with qi, the life force, and shen, the spirit, yin is the essence, is considered one of the 3 treasures in traditional Chinese medicine. These 3 treasures are substances that nurture the organ systems and keep the mind, body, and spirit in balance. Jing, like qi, is stored in the kidneys and defines our basic constitution. It is intimately connected to the growth and maturation of each individual. Jing is different from prenatal Jing, which we are born with, and postnatal Jing, which we acquire during life. Jing is consumed continuously in life. While the gradual depletion of Jing is natural, there are certain acts, behaviors, and diets that can cause injury or accelerated use of Jing, just as illness, traumatic injury, substance abuse, fear, and fearing without release, and overindulgence in sexual activity. Injured Jing can cause premature aging, graying, and reproductive and developmental disorders. It can affect the health of our bones and teeth, both of which are important for replenishing Jing. Jing is an important component to health and longevity in traditional Chinese medicine. While we are born with a finite amount of prenatal Jing, postnatal or acquired Jing can be refined through the internal martial art disciplines such as Tai Chi, Qigong, and meditation, and also replenished through diet. Basically, Jing is what makes the body, Qi is what moves it. Like a candle, Jing is like the wax, and Qi is the flame. Then there is Shen, which is housed in our heart. It is our spirit, our soul, the thing that creates connection and coherence in us and with others. When we women are suffering from periods that are out of normal, outside the 28-day cycle, painful, heavy, too light, inconsistent, it is because our yin and yang are not in balance. Our qi is blocked somewhere, and our spleen and or liver, which influence the flow of blood, are not functioning as they should. Or our kidney is out of sorts. With fertility issues, it is for similar reasons, but also our shen, our spirit, is plagued by stress, fear, anxiety, and so forth, and our kidney is in imbalance. All of which manifests itself in the health of our eggs, quantity and quality, and a slight malfunctioning somewhere along the intricate system that is our reproductive system. I will not go into details here, But when I speak of yin and yang imbalance, we are speaking of either an excess, too much yin or yang in us, or a deficiency in one or the other. For example, if you have a yin deficiency, it manifests itself as hot flashes, dryness in your skin, lips, constipation, thirsty, and restlessness. A deficiency means to balance it, you have to add something to you. In this case, more yin yoga, meditation, restorative yoga, and cooling foods. In general, a deficiency is when you have fatigue, lack of engagement with life. The pain is released with pressure, like when we push down on our pelvis on our periods. When the pain is worse after we go to the bathroom or periods, but feel better when we eat. The pain is more dull and widespread. Deficiency arises from a lack of qi, blood, yin or yang, or a combination of two of them. With excess, we tend to breathe heavier, feel worse when pressure is placed on the area where we feel pain. However, the pain feels better after going to the bathroom or after our periods. The pain is more intense and localized and our pulse is stronger. Excess is a result of an abundance, too much of qi or blood, stagnation, or dampness and film in our system. A yang deficiency presents itself as feeling cold, excess fluid in you, such as bloating, low in energy, lack of drive, passion, pale, frequent urination, loose stools, and a struggle to get warm. In such cases, you are probably not moving enough in your day-to-day life. More active yoga practices are needed here, but I don't mean power yoga here. There's never really a need for that. If we have too much yang in us, meaning we are one of those people that live like a rabbit on speed, we often suffer from being hot, sweaty, aggressive, agitated, and continually thirsty for cold drinks. If we have too much yin, we do too much of nothing. We are pale, slow, have excess fluid, and not thirsty. In excess cases, our energy levels remain good, unlike in deficiency cases where there is a lack of energy. Then there is qi deficiency, where we feel an overall lethargy. Our organs are not functioning as they should, for example. Our spleen has become lazy, which affects our digestion. This is a more superficial deficiency, which can grow into a deeper yang deficiency. Or our qi is stuck, stagnant, which creates a pooling of blood and gives rise to a dull pain in us. If we have a blood deficiency, our hair is brittle. Our hair is seen as the ends of our blood flow. Our periods are light, we feel dizzy, our memory is affected, and our skin is brittle. When stagnant, the pain here is more sharp and localized. I know it is impossible to know where you sit on this spectrum unless you have studied Chinese medicine in relation to women's health. So what I am going to do next is this. Explain to you how a normal cycle functions in our body and the yoga you should do at every stage of the cycle. Not only to bring your periods back into balance, but also to increase the chances of you getting pregnant the natural way, without a medical intrusion. But before I start, allow me to say this. Get off birth control and find another way not to get pregnant. Our magnificent female body is a well-oiled machine and left to run its cycle as it was meant to, without any external interference, will ensure that our periods, our fertility, and our progression through menopause and old age is seamless and painless. Now wait. You still have to eat well, meditate, manage what you put in your body and mind, but that you have control over. Altering the machine with birth control for years and then asking it to go back to what it was meant to do whenever you decide to get off birth control is really just asking a little too much of our bodies. In women, where we lose the most Jing energy is in our menstrual cycle, giving birth, breastfeeding, ejaculation, and menopause. Add irregularities to this, pain, excess losses, and we put ourselves on the bullet train to the next afterlife. Not a bad place, I'm told, but really, if you can prolong the journey by remaining healthy, then why not? In the next cast, I will begin to explain to you how our cycle should work and what yoga practices to do during each phase. Love, the Enchanted Yogi.